Hello students, and welcome to the first video in our two-part series on the TOEFL iBT speaking section. In today's video, we're going to discuss the overall format of the speaking section, timing, and the 4 types of speaking tasks that you'll encounter. Let's get started. The TOEFL iBT speaking section is divided up into 4 tasks. With the first task, you're only required to read some short instructions before speaking. With the following 2 tasks, you're required to read a short passage and then listen to an audio recording before speaking. With the last task, you're required to listen to an audio recording before speaking. The time you're given to prepare your response before speaking can vary between tasks. With the first task, you're given 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. With the following 2 tasks, you're given 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. And with the last task, you're given 20 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. Don't worry, we'll go into more detail about each of the 4 tasks shortly. Lastly, the entire speaking section takes about 17 minutes to complete. Now let's look at each speaking task individually. The first task is called the independent task and is the simplest of the 4 tasks. With the independent speaking task, you're given a topic with 2 possible choices, and you have to choose one of those choices based on your personal opinion, and then explain your position. Let's look at an example. With the independent task, after you're given the question, you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to deliver your spoken response. A 15-second timer will begin counting down. This is your time to think about and prepare your response, which might include writing down a few notes. Then you'll hear a beep, which means recording has started, and a new 45-second timer will appear. You'll have just 45 seconds to deliver your spoken response on the topic. Once the timer hits 0, you'll see a message informing you that the response time has ended. This timing and recording process is the same for the other 3 speaking tasks as well. Are you taking the TOEFL iBT soon? Then I invite you to take our course. Unlock the TOEFL iBT Mastering the Test online preparation course. It's a fully online, self-paced course that comprehensively prepares you for every section of the TOEFL iBT. It has engaging readings, expert video lessons, interactive quizzes, proven strategies, hundreds of practice questions, 2 full-length online practice tests, and individualized feedback. With this course, you'll have everything you need to ace the TOEFL iBT. For more information, the link to the course page is in the description below. Next, let's look at the first integrated speaking task. With the first integrated task, you're given a short reading about a university campus-related topic. You're given 45 seconds to complete the reading. Immediately after, you'll listen to a short conversation between 2 people about the same topic. After that, you'll be given the directions for your spoken task. You're given 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to deliver your spoken response. Let's go through an example.
Did you hear about the university taking away some of our parking spaces to build a new library wing? I don't know how we're supposed to manage with even fewer spots. Parking is already a nightmare.
Yeah, I saw the announcement. It's going to be inconvenient, but honestly, I think it's a good investment. The library really needs an upgrade, and more study spaces could help a lot of people.
Sure, the library improvements sound great, but at what cost? I barely find parking as it is, and now they're asking us to carpool or take public transportation. That's not always practical for everyone.
I get that, but they mentioned introducing shuttles and other solutions. Plus, think about how much we all use the library. A new wing could make it a better place to work, especially during finals when it's overcrowded.
True, but it feels like they didn't prioritize students who rely on driving. What if the shuttles don't work for certain schedules? I just wish they'd figured out the parking situation before moving ahead with this plan.
That's fair, but sometimes progress comes with trade-offs. If the library ends up being more functional and useful for everyone, it might be worth the inconvenience in the long run.
Let's move on to the second integrated task, which is structured in the same way as the first integrated task. For this task, you'll be given a short reading on an academic topic. Again, being given 45 seconds to complete the reading. And then you'll listen to a short excerpt of a professor's lecture on the same subject. You'll be given 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to deliver your response. Let's go through an example.
Bird communication is an incredibly fascinating and diverse topic, and it plays a crucial role in how birds adapt to their environments. Let's start with vocalizations, which are perhaps the most studied form of avian communication. Birds use songs and calls for various purposes like mating, defending territory, warning of predators, or maintaining contact within flocks. These vocal signals often adapt to the local environment. For example, birds in dense forests tend to use lower-pitched, slower calls that carry better through thick vegetation, whereas birds in open spaces might use faster, high-pitched sounds that travel further. Now, visual communication is another important method. Bright plumage, specific postures, and elaborate courtship dances are all used to convey messages, particularly about health or readiness to mate. These visual cues are especially effective in open areas where sound may dissipate quickly. Lastly, we can't overlook chemical communication, which is less obvious but equally important. For instance, seabirds use scent markers to identify their nests or mates, showing how varied these strategies can be. Together, these methods allow birds to thrive in different environments. Urban birds, for instance, have adapted their songs to higher pitches to be heard over city noise, demonstrating their remarkable flexibility and resilience.
If you'd like to receive a free PDF of today's lesson, which includes all of the important information from this video, a quiz that tests your comprehension, and additional resources to help prepare you for the TOEFL iBT, simply click on the link in the description below. After you enter your email, you'll immediately receive a link to download the PDF of today's lesson. Lastly, let's look at the third integrated task. With this task, you'll listen to a short excerpt from an academic lecture. You'll then be asked to summarize the important information and provide supporting details from the lecture. You're given only 20 seconds to prepare, and then 60 seconds to deliver your spoken response. Here's an example.
Television and film were transformative forces in shaping societal norms throughout the 20th century. Early films reinforced traditional ideals, portraying gender roles, family dynamics, and cultural values in ways that influenced audiences worldwide. For example, 1950s films like Father of the Bride depicted the nuclear family as the ultimate aspiration, shaping perceptions of domestic life. Television, introduced mid-century, brought these narratives into homes, creating a shared cultural experience. Shows like Leave It to Beaver reinforced suburban ideals, while The Mary Tyler Moore Show began challenging gender norms by portraying an independent, career-focused woman. Television also played a crucial role in amplifying social change. During the civil rights movement, news coverage of protests and speeches, along with programs like Roots in the 1970s, helped shift public opinion and highlight racial injustice. In the 1980s, The Breakfast Club and other coming-of-age films challenged stereotypes and explored the complexities of teenage identity. The 1990s saw TV shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air address race and class through humor and heart, while ER tackled contemporary social issues like healthcare and workplace dynamics. These evolving narratives shaped how society saw itself and fostered greater cultural awareness.
I hope that after you've learned about the basic structure of the speaking section, that you feel more confident about approaching this section and maximizing your score on test day. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos about the TOEFL iBT and other important topics related to university admissions. Stay tuned for our next video, which will cover effective strategies for tackling the TOEFL iBT speaking section. Until next time, students, keep exploring, keep learning, and let the world be your classroom.